These are rather important. These are the spacers that I'll be using to create the light box. So I cut them all, they're all the same identical size. There's the tree. The tree will be on one side of the light box. It's half a tree, but you'll see when it happens. This is the front face of the light box. Here's the house. This is another layer, and this is the bottommost layer. And I've got to tidy up the I've got to push out all the characters that are in the words Christmas, and that will look really good. As you can see, here's the stencil font that's all tidied up. Here's all the pieces that came out of it. This cutter works pretty well. Quite surprised actually, it's very accurate and quite tidy. Did take a lot of focusing to get the laser beam to be precise all the way across the cutting board. So those are half of the pieces ready. And that's the box ready. Here are all the pieces cut out of the laser cutter. Now you'll notice this is why I've used these spacers. They're 4mm width. So as you can see here, they stand, you simply glue them when you've put the frame together, the box I should say, and then they act to give a little gap underneath for your lights. Now these spacers are designed to be standing up like so. Whoops. Once they are glued into place, you'll see what happens. So then that holds a 4mm gap, kind of like a sandwich. And you'll notice the holes drilled in the side. That's so you can get your lights through. Now all we have to do is paint it up and glue it together. Yep. So as you can see, I've given you a whole lot of spacers, which will make the assembly a whole lot easier. This is an idea of what it could look like when it's finished. I've done this in gold on the outside, very dark blue. As you can see, the Christmas trees all have snow dabbled on in silver. Plus I've painted up the log cabin I put a bit of shine on the log cabin with champagne gold. Now, there is a battery pack on the back of this. Turn it on. There we go. So you can see the stars, the moon, plus the snow all lights up. Plus, of course, the Merry Christmas as well. So that's what it looks like all lit up. And in the back you've got a little notch there to hang it up. And that's where the lights go into the box. Pretty spectacular. The first step is painting all the inside surfaces of the kit in white. This is so that the lights will reflect nicely inside the light box. By the way, I use a foam brush such as this, and I simply dab on the white paint in the appropriate areas. Here's the progress with the blue, and I've thrown in some white clouds to go behind the house. Now to apply some splendid gold, very yellow gold, to all the windows. And there you have it, painting is complete. You can see how the light reflects off the dabbing of the gold, including the yellow gold of the windows. It makes it look as though there's light, candlelight coming from inside the cabin. Now for the champagne gold again, this time for the snowflake. I'm just going to colour inside the lines. And there's a snowflake done. Now for the outside colour. Already the inside colour is white to reflect the light around inside the light box. So the outside colour for this one, I think we'll go with red. There are external pieces are all painted red. And now for assembly. Remembering, the outside's already been painted a different colour, the inside is white. So what we're going to go through now is just blob a little bit of a spot of PVA glue onto each one of those tabs and then stick them together. Okay, I'll show you when it's finished. The four sides of the box are up and in place. I've used a big fat rubber band and a big bottle of PVA glue just to add some weight into the mix. just till the glue sets. It shouldn't take long. There we have it, all glued in place. Top cover slots in on top to hide the box. I won't put that in place yet, because now comes the time to actually start building the inside. Now, time to get the lighting in progress. I picked these up from Spotlight. They're about $6.99, I believe. 20 LEDs on a 2-meter wire, powered by 3 AA batteries. So let's get started. These are them out of the box. Big bright little suckers. I've just used clear sticky tape to wind up a whole bunch of these just to the bottom half of the box. Bear in mind the top half of the box has got our writing, stars and the moon, of course, so we don't want any lights to be visible. Well, you don't want to see the lights through the lettering, etc. So I'm just keeping them further down towards the bottom of the box. Okay, do you see what I've done with the spacers? I've just glued them in place in the corners wherever necessary, and they will hold up the second level. There's that piece glued in place, as you can see. The light shines out from behind it. There it is, starting to take shape. Here's the final piece. I've just glued a couple of spacers, glued up the side, and that will go in place just there. And there we have it. The front cover didn't actually need gluing because it was a firm enough fit, just pushed it into place. Next job now is to tidy up all the tabs and to just dab a bit of paint on them, because they weren't painted, so it gives you an idea of what it looks like. Pretty neat, huh? Merry Christmas.